I want to come on here today to talk about love. Probably something that's on everybody's minds occasionally throughout the day, throughout our life. And I really want to make it a point in no way to condemn love, the act of love, process of love. That's not the issue. But I do want to make something clear about it. And that is, we are prone to constantly look outside this world, this phenomenal world of Maya, for some kind of love, some kind of affection, some kind of connection. I know I was a very, very long time. And the thing about when you do that is you either don't know when to stop, you don't know when it's enough, or you don't know how to really connect when time comes. You don't know how to, I guess for lack of a better term, how to properly love. I know I did. I did not understand how to do that. How to take accountability for that. Led to some unfortunate situations, to say the least. But those situations served as learning experiences. I had to really look in the mirror and evaluate my own beliefs on love, my own thoughts on it, how I approached it, things like that. Now, I want to say this to everybody watching right now. The love that you are seeking, the love that you are so desperate for, the love that you are striving for, love that you just have, if you could just have it, life would be so much better. That love that you are seeking, you already have. It is already with you, beside you, within you, all around you. You already have it. You already possess it. It is a complete and utter fallacy to think otherwise. That is truly false. That's truly a lie. We already have that love. We already possess that love with us. And I know, trust me, I'm preaching to the choir right now. I know it can be very hard to realize that and to actually understand it on an intuitive level, to your core, your innermost being. Because society, the world, our friends, family, etc. Again, this is no condemnation. They didn't know any better either. They didn't know any better. It's no condemnation. Everybody around us, everything around us tells us the exact opposite. It's out there. It's over here. It's with them. It's with her. It's with him, etc., etc. It's in that new thing. It's in that next relationship. It's in that new place. And round we go. For a little bit, it feels like it is. But you can't place that with how integral, how essential love is to our life. You cannot place that on an external object, an object of fixation. That will never end. I promise you, brothers and sisters, from the bottom of my heart, okay, I do have a heart. It will not end. It will not. And you won't understand why. That's the thing, you won't understand what happened. Because you weren't really seeing the person, and you weren't embodying that love. Because in order to embody that love, you have to first embody it. A priori, okay? I think that's Latin, some Latin for you, right? Prior to experience. You have to embody it. And that gets reflected. You embody that, and that gets reflected. Not the other way around. Not you go strive, and seek, and self-flagellate yourself and put yourself lower and lower and lower, so the pedestal on the lover, the object of love, goes higher and higher and higher. You're looking up to them and they're looking down at you. No, no, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. It's the exact opposite. It's the exact opposite. You embody that love. Be like, you know what? I have made some mistakes, but I learned from them. I have done some things, but I I had to do those things in a way to get where I am today. That's not passing the buck. That's taking genuine accountability without putting all that blame on yourself. Because all the blame it's not going to do anything. Okay, it's not going to change the situation. It's not going to fix the situation. Nothing good will come from it. Least of all for you. Just take accountability. You're like, listen, I could have handled that better. You know, it led to that. It led to the end of this. It led to the breakup. It led to that. But look at where I am today. Look at how I learned from it, and took genuine self-knowledge and understanding by not letting it defeat me, by not lamenting, by not letting it make me bitter. Because it's so easy to be bitter. It is very, very easy to be bitter and cynical. That takes very little effort, honestly. And I guess just some basic observation, and boom, you're bitter. If you don't know, you don't want to cultivate that understanding. I can say that because I was the exact same. I was very, very bitter, and it made my life miserable. Every day was miserable, and I had to constantly use alcohol, substances, to avoid. So I don't recommend that. It's not good. It destroys lives. Not just your life, lives. Lives. When you can say, you know what? I made that mistake. I made those mistakes. But now look where I am. Now I actually understand what love really is. And it's not some object of fixation. No, it's a core embodiment that we walk through this world with. That love for ourselves first. Because as it says, you cannot pour from an empty cup. And that's 100% facts. Straight up facts. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Okay? Everybody else is going to be feeling it, and you're really going to be feeling it too. It's bad. So you know what? I do love myself. I do. Because God loves me. Because I'm a son or I'm a daughter of the Most High. And those mistakes, walking in that darkness, allow me to appreciate the light. The light that's shining in right here, right now. It's a special daytime. It's a change of pace right here. We're gonna see how it feels. No, I'm glad. I'm glad because I get to see that light shining in. I get to walk through that darkness now, and I can be the light in it. Be the light in that darkness. It's very difficult when you're in it, and it hurts. It really does hurt. You just want the pain to go away. But that pain makes you stronger. And the processing of that pain makes you more resilient. And it allows you to become a genuinely mature person, a more mature person. For you, for your development, for your self-actualization. This is also that you can realize why you're on this earth. Your true heart's desire, your soul's call, the actual representation of the word passion. Not something to throw around. Now, this is the real McCoy. This is the real deal. And that love is we're constantly looking out. So we desperately desire, which is why we cannot have it. Because we lack it within ourselves. Once we have it within ourselves, we see it in all sorts of things, not just in people. In people too, of course. But in people, in places, in situations. We see it all around. Because perfect love casts out fear. Perfect love casts out doubt. Perfect love casts out hate. Casts out bitterness. Casts out low self-esteem. Casts out depression. Casts out anxiety. Perfect love overcomes all of these things. When we realize that perfect love is inside of us, we actually realize that. And we can begin to truly heal. And to learn how to love. But first learn how to love, we need to love ourselves. Okay? The good and the bad. Okay? The light and the dark. You can't have one without the other. That's not how that works. That's not how it works. You know, a lot of people out here want to make it seem like that's how it works. I'm not going to comment on their motives or anything like that. But I will say that isn't how it works. It just isn't. We have to go forth with the knowledge, the absolute knowing that love is with us, that love is in us, that love is for us, and love is by us. We walk with that certainty, with that knowing, despite what any external circumstances might say. Remember, circumstances don't matter. Only state of being matters. Circumstances are malleable. Malleable. They don't matter. Only state of being matters. That's the foundation. That's what's laid before anything else. Foundation of that being. When you realize that love is part of you, actually, you can begin to love yourself. You can sit in a room quietly without hating yourself, without feeling the need to escape from yourself, from your own thoughts, from your mind. You're just quiet. It's a gift. It's a genuine gift. It takes a lot of pain to go through that. But the pain is worth it. It leads to life. No, it's very difficult, especially when, you know, you get lonely at times. Or you have that craving for connection all human beings possess on an innate level. Or recognize that it's not that craving or that loneliness that suggests lack. It is your response to it that suggests lack. You can realize in that moment, say, why am I feeling like this? What does this suggest? How am I feeling about myself right now? How do I see myself right here, right now, in this moment? You can actually ask yourself those questions and find answers. Write them down. I encourage you to do that. Read them. You have to show them to anybody. It's not necessary. But you have to see them. You have to know what's going on. What's going on up here. You can't be disconnected from yourself. Unify. And you'll start to see unity in all aspects of your life. Little synchronicities here and there at first. You might miss them, but don't pay close enough attention. They're there. In reality, they've probably always been there. Now we just finally see. This is a really powerful one for me because for a long time I thought it was outside. I didn't know why. I couldn't access it. I didn't understand why. It seemed really eluded. All I wanted. What I see now. It was the lack of love I had for myself. Led me to move. It was the lack of belief I had in my own heart about who I was, about who I am. Led me to pedestalize love from the external. That, of course, didn't end well. But it taught me a valuable lesson, and one that I'm grateful for. Now I see that it was always with me. There was never anything wrong with me. Ever. And I was always enough. I will never not. Let me figure out how to say this. I always get confused with double negatives. I will never not be enough. I think I said that. I will never not be enough. Because I'm always enough. I was always in love. I will always be in love. That's on a soul level. That's a soul level. Now the ego recognizes, like, oh, okay, yeah, you got some self worth now. Cool, cool. We're running this thing. We're running this side. Okay, okay. Then you actually do it in a meaningful way. You're like, you know what? I do love myself. I'm proud of myself, the things that I've accomplished, and for the things that I've failed at, because I learned from those failures, and they did not defeat me. They strengthened me. They emboldened me. They encouraged me. That's how you respond to failure. Not a shut door. No, no, no. And if one door shuts, another opens anyway. It's a gateway. Further refinement of your path. You can walk it. You can actually learn, truly learn, to love the journey and to love yourself while you're on it. You have this kind of calm knowing that you're alright. You will be alright. You know? And that's peace right there. That's actual peace. That's the kind of peace that money can't buy. Money can buy pretty much everything else. I ain't gonna lie to you. Especially in this world. You cannot buy that. That ain't for sale. You gotta cultivate that. You're fine. When we go out there now, we can go out there with love. Not seeking love. Walking in love. Walking with love. You do that, and you come back here and you tell me nothing's changed. If everything's the same. No, I don't believe that. I know that for first-hand experience. No, it's not the same at all. It's night and day. Quite literally. In the best way. It is not the same. It's very, very different. So brothers and sisters, when you walk out in the world, remember the love that you yourselves are. The love that is already within you, in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, in your body, everywhere all the time. Know that. Don't just believe it. Don't believe it. Don't leave any room for doubt. Know it. Know it. Your innermost being, because God says so. Because God has allowed you the authority and the freedom to say so to yourself. Never let anybody tell you any different. Because whether or not they're doing it on purpose, they're doing you a disservice. You deserve better than that. We all do. As children of the Most High, we deserve better than that. You're not wrong for saying that. You're not selfish for believing it, or for knowing it. Even if somebody thinks that you are selfish, that's on them. No condemnation. Don't return. You don't have to believe it either. You don't have to walk with it either. You walk with love, because you are love. So you naturally attract love to your life. It doesn't elude you any longer. It never eluded you at all. Now you can properly answer, properly process it, properly interact with it. This is life changing. This is mind purifying, soul transforming in the best way. I encourage each and every one of you to utilize this in your own life. First, do it by loving yourself and who you are. Do not come here to experience anything other than love. Love, abundance, and peace. We find that in ourselves. Do not find that in the world. Look at it in the world, you're never going to find it. The find it, for whatever reason, you'll lose it because you don't understand it. You find it within yourself. And when the world reorients itself to you, you do that. Know that. Know it. Brothers and sisters, know it. As I've come to know it. As I have to remind myself of periodically. The old conditioning is persistent, but it's illusory. See? Persistence, but entirely illusion. It has no substance. Fake. You just walk right through it. Intention, desire, love. You can accomplish this. Now you begin to see love for what it is. Fullness of being. Remember, circumstances don't matter. Your state of being. Your state of being in love is fullness, acceptance, full. Watch how your life is full. God bless each and every one of you. And remember, always remember, go outside on your inside.